What up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Black Expat Podcast, Taiwan On Edition, highlighting another wine of the weekend. I am so very excited to be here with you guys to talk about one of the oldest wines that people sometimes think is a newer wine, and it really isn't. But before we get into all that, you will not have a drink with me because like last time, I did not open the wine yet because I wanted you guys to see that I'm actually doing live tastings of this wine, and these wines are really good and why I recommend them. So, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you had the chance to vote on which wine I'll be talking about this weekend. It was between the Chardonnay, which is not in the video. This is the one that won, the Rosé wine. Next week, or maybe I'll drop a surprise episode on Wednesday. I don't know. I'll be talking about the Chardonnay, but for today, we're going to focus on this 2020 Rosé wine all the way from Spain. It is called Oso Pardo. I may not have said that right. I don't speak Spanish that well, as I told you guys last time. If you know how to correctly say it, send me a video. I might put you in a video of you saying it correctly to make fun of me not being able to say it correctly. But it is a really, really good wine. I don't know. But you guys will find out with me on this YouTube channel very, very soon. But before we open this bottle live, I'm going to cut that down because I don't want y'all watching me open the bottle unless, you really want to. Leave a comment in the description if you want to see me do that. I don't think you do. I want to talk to you guys about what is rosé wine exactly. Did you know that, like I said earlier, it is one of the oldest wines ever. The time it takes to ferment with the grape skin is shorter, and that's how rosé wine gets its color, right? So the fermentation process with the skin just a little bit shorter, and that's what gives it its color. It can be made from any red grape, not white grapes, any red grapes. That's important to know. So here's how it happens. It gets its pink color, again, from the skin-to-skin contact it has with the grape skin, right? With the juice-to-skin contact that it has with the grape skin. So what happens is it's crushed down, the juice is paired with the skin, it marries for a little bit, and then after a few hours, and sometimes up to a day, voila, you'll see the color of the wine. And actually the color of the wine and the hue of the wine comes from that very process. That process is called maceration, right? And the reason why you'll see different colors of rosé is because some people do the maceration process for different periods of time and use different skin colors of the grape. But usually you'll get this rosé or rose-colored wine color from that process. So again, just to recap, rosé is one of the oldest wines out there. It is not a grape, it's just a type of wine, and it goes through a maceration process which gives it its rosé or rose color because of the skin-to-skin contact and the juices and the amount of time that process is done to give it this color and a little bit of its flavor as well. Now, it can be made from any grape, so keep that in mind. Any red grape, keep that in mind when you're picking out your rosé wines. I wonder what kind of grape it's from. It could be from any grape. And the color is really based on how long the maceration process takes. Now, for taste, rosés have, rose or red color taste, right? So from cherries to strawberries to any kind of red fruit, you'll kind of pick up on that taste. Again, it's very fruity, but not too sweet, depending on the type of rosé wine that you choose, right? So your sweeter rosé wines are your white Zinfandels, are your Merlots, and are, some of you guys' favorite, Moscatos, right? Which are very, very different. But those are the kind of rosé wines that you get that'll be much, much sweeter and that sweet flavor profile that you're looking for. The opposite of those, not necessarily the opposite, but other kind of rosé wines are usually dry and balanced, right? So not too sweet, not too bitter, drier wines that have like a good balance of that sweetness that you'll look for in a rosé, but also, some of that bitterness that doesn't really feel like, oh, you're drinking a glass of sugar. That's just my opinion. I don't like sugary wines, but I do taste them and they do taste good. And that's what I want to describe to you guys, right? The taste of the wines. Now, let's get to it. This is the wine we're going to be talking about today. Now, this wine, based on this description, is a vegan wine, as most of the wines I'll be trying are, right? Vegan, that means no extra added sugars, no preservatives, no sugars, none of that. A clean, crafted vegan wine. So this one has notes or hints of strawberry and river rock. I'm excited to know what that actually tastes like. I'm not joking. So I'll actually put this, it's on my website. You can find it, this wine. Notes of strawberry and river rock. It pairs well with chicken and vegetables. Two things I enjoy eating because I don't eat pork and I don't eat beef anymore. But I'm not gonna lie. Okay, sometimes I dabble back into beef and I dabble back into pork because bacon is great. But that's enough about that. Time to open this wine. And now that you know what the notes and the hints and the flavors that we're looking for, because that's what's listed in the wine description, I'll tell you exactly what it tastes like. Coming right up. I'm gonna just, open this wine first because I gotta do that. There it goes. So again, I want to recap because again, I want this to be educational as possible, right? So don't forget, These are one of the oldest wines known to man, rosé wines. They do not come from a particular grape. They are wines just like red and white wine. They're red grapes used in the fermentation process, right? So the grape and the juices and the skin are paired together through the maceration process to give it this wonderful color that you see, and as we know now today as rosé wines. And they are sweet usually, and the sweeter versions are Zinfandel, Merlot, and Moscatos. But for the dry, more balanced rosé wines, you'll look for things that are not those, obviously. But usually the other versions of rosé wines that are more balanced are balanced and dry, like this one is described to be. Again, this one has notes of strawberry and river rock. I can smell it. Ooh, and it pairs well with chicken and vegetables. And it's a part of the vegan family. So, as always, okay, when I smell it, I'm smelling the strawberry. I'm also smelling alcohol, right? So I smell the strawberries, the alcohol. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what rock smell like, but I don't know what the other flavor profile really is. You know, most rosés have, again, those red fruits, that flower, that citrusy, that melon taste to it, smell and taste to it. And I'm picking that up in this as well. But you can tell by the hue that it's a rosé wine. It's not a white wine. It looks good in the glass. You guys see that? Looks beautiful. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. So, without further ado, I'm about to taste this baby. Okay, that's interesting. Now, I usually like my rosés to be a little bit chillier than this, but once again, I want to taste the full balance of it. So, on first sip, it is well balanced. It is not too sweet. It is not too sour or bitter. It is a little bit dry. It's not, it's not super wet. It's not super wet in the sense that like you can taste like sugars and stuff like that. It is very well balanced. I do taste strawberry. Like that immediately stands out to me. Strawberry, and as it goes down my throat, it is very bitter, a little bit sour. Again, it doesn't dominate the flavor profile of this rosé. And the alcohol, it's starting to heat up in my throat. So that means the alcohol is kicking in on the first sip down. So again, this is on a scale of 1 to 10. Again, so far I've done the Sauvignon Blanc. Last week, what did I do last week? I did the, it's behind me. I did the Chilean Pinot Noir, and I did the rosé. So I think I gave the Chilean Pinot Noir, I know Kelly gave it a 7.5. Sorry, the Sauvignon Blanc, 7.5. I gave it an 8. The Chilean Pinot Noir, cheat code. I love Chilean wines. I gave it like a 9. This one I would give like an 8.5. Again, well balanced. It gave me exactly what the description said. I can taste the strawberry. I can kind of taste river rock now that I know what that is. It is well balanced. It is dry. Again, I don't like sweet rosés generally. I like to, not have this kind of dominate my mouth and have all that sugary feeling, because, sugary things just make my stomach hurt a little bit. So this wine is really good. I enjoy it. Would I have this with chicken and some vegetables, and I feel like it wouldn't dominate my meal and dominate my palate? Absolutely. So, and again, I'm not going to finish drinking this wine. I have my little wine sealer things where it sucks the air out and it kind of preserves that flavor of it, and it can last for a very long time. So any of my friends watching, if you're in the area, or if you want to come over and finish this wine with me, Cam, you're more than welcome to come over, finish this wine with me. I'm not gonna drink this in the middle of the day and then be drunk all day. Again, with a Chilean wine, the same thing. Chilean and the Sauvignon Blanc, I drank most of the bottle, not all of it. The Sauvignon Blanc, I drank the whole bottle the first day. The Chilean wine, I was like, I'm gonna sit down and take my time. So I had maybe 2 glasses a day for 3 days. Woke up feeling great. So I definitely recommend it. If you want to try wines that'll, have you feel a little bit better. For me, again, it's not the same for everyone, but for me it did. Because again, no sugars, no preservatives, no added sugars, no preservatives, makes a well-balanced wine. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Black Expat Podcast, Wine of the Weekend edition, talking about rosés. Shout out to Rick Ross now, sponsor me though. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop some comments below. If you do end up trying some of the wines on my website, check it out. The links to the website to where to buy my wine exclusively is in the description of this show. Or just become a patron, $1 a month, $2 a month, whatever the case may be. And you might get a free bottle of wine delivered to you, courtesy of moi. Think about it. Check it out. Y'all know what time it is. Thanks for tuning in. Have a drink with me. Ooh, yeah, baby. That's good. That's good wine. Ha-ha! Y'all thought that was it. I know, ladies, y'all love drinking the wine, so I want to give something to my lady and then get her initial reaction. What'd you say when you just drank it? We are not making this up, I promise.
It's really good.
What does it taste like to you? What notes are you feeling on your tongue?
It tasted sushi.
Sushi? That's interesting. And what else? Sushi. Any fruit?
Not really. I feel like this is more
balanced?
No.
Oh.
Subtle.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So again, it doesn't, remember what I said? It doesn't dominate your mouth and your palate, so that way you can enjoy your food. It's very good, very balanced, very delicious. Hi! You got it live from Kelly X10 and the Black Expat. Bonus footage. Didn't think you was gonna get some, but you got some. Try this wine out.